There you are, friends. Doc South with you. And I just wanted to get a quick video out before I head off to work at a nearby supermarket. Oh, with a blizzard coming, it's gonna be wild. Oh, heavens. All I got to do is at the end of the day count my fingers and my hands, make sure I've still got them from people grabbing things off the shelf. Oh my God, it's going to be wild. Oh, I'll sleep good tonight. Um, but I did want to. I saw on TV today. I was eating my breakfast. We usually watch the news and eat breakfast at the same time, and they there was some add on for a modern day version of West Side Story. Evidently, somewhere in New York they're gonna do the play again. It might be adapted, one way or another to modern times. I don't know. I know the play itself, I think, was based on Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. I think. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Again, forget, I could be wrong. Um, but that play's been around now for quite a while. I remember when I was a kid, besides collecting rock and roll records, I would collect Broadway show albums. And one of my favorites was the West Side Story album. Oh, yeah, I probably still have it. It's probably here somewhere. And heck, it was a great play. And I remember as a kid, as a teenager, now this would have been in the late 50s, early 60s, in the town of Chester. Besides the usual plays at school, there was also a theater group in town. Yeah, yeah. And they would do things like Our Town and, oh, I don't know. There was other plays that were popular at the time, and they'd knock it out. And I know us kids would get to do a play every now and then. And no, I was not actually on stage doing the play, but I worked more or less as a stagehand, open the curtain, work the lights, that kind of thing, and maybe the sound. And the other friends of mine would be out, in front of the audience. It was a pretty cool thing to do. And I don't know the various plays we had. Honestly, I can't remember. They weren't bad. The parents came and a few of your friends. And I think we were lucky probably if we got three performances in. Maybe we did something for the grade school and something for the old folks, and then we had the parents come. Yeah, it was something like that. And then we probably take about a 2 month break and do another set up to do another play a little later on. It was fun, actually. It was a good thing to do. But I remember one of our leaders. I think she was Mrs. Backus. I think she announced one day at one of the rehearsals. She said, "Listen, here's a note for your parents. If they could pay, I think it was something like $6 or whatever, where if we can get enough people to go, we're going to go down to the Lambertville Music Circus and see they're putting on a performance of West Side Story, and you kids are invited. This is not for the younger children, only for you teenagers, as the language is a little spicy." Of course, that uh, that perked our interest as kids. Now, my friend Steve and Steve was one of the actors. Again, stagehand for me. Steve saying, "Boy, hey, big time. There's like dirty words, and I hear there's girls and stuff." I said, "Yeah, that's what I hear too. Well, this is going to be great." And, well, long story short, we got the money. I think in my case, it was half my allowance. Yeah, I think it was $5 for the tickets and probably a dollar for the hamburgers on the way down. And down we went to see this play. It was about maybe 12 of us. And Lambertville Music Circus was, if I recall right, it was a summer stock theater between Flemington and Lambertville. I don't think it's there anymore, but it was theater in the round out in a field. And it was an actual doggone theater. The actors worked in the middle, and they would run on stage or off stage by going up and down the aisles. Yeah, And that was pretty much, and this group did a fine job of West Side Story. I remember we were very impressed, us kids. And I remember, again, my friend Steve, and me too, I got to say, we were both just admiring how the language. Oh my, did you hear what they just said? God, we'd never get away with that. That God, it was, it was pretty wild. It was like yeah, I don't know. It was like our little, for the evening anyway, our own little private den of sin. We were having the greatest time digging the dirty words. And the girls, they were all like, throwing themselves all over the guys. We were just, oh man, look at that lucky stiff. Oh boy, wow. And everyone looked so tough, and the actors were singing. It just honestly, it was just an eye opener. It was so cool to see. And at the end, they did the curtain calls and all that. Oh, it was fun, man. We talked about that all the way home, and well for the next month about that play. And I don't think any of us ever went on to become great actors or anything, but we had fun. And I do recommend it if there is a theater group for your kids in town, your grandchildren, whatever. It's not a bad idea. And I'm just thinking of West Side Story. That's been around, gosh, since the early '60s, right? Late '50s, and there's always some new adaptation of it. Yeah. Well, again, I think the original idea, anyway, the basic root of the plot, I think Shakespeare did with Romeo and Juliet, like I said earlier. So you can't go wrong on that. And was it Rogers and Hart did the music? Oh, I could be wrong on that. Don't. But gee, it was fun. Yeah, I recommend if you got kids who aren't too bashful. Uh, Getting them into a theater group, a local theater group, really ain't a bad idea. They'll have fun if nothing else. And me, I always like the behind the scenes stuff myself, but all in all, not a bad idea. No, yeah. Anyway, I'll see you later, friends. I've got to talk about a performance. We got a blizzard coming, or a bad snowstorm coming, I guess, a nor'easter, and I work for a supermarket. I'm going to, let's see, I've got 10 fingers going in. I got to make sure I have 10 fingers coming out. Okay, because I think it's going to get wild there at the yogurt shelf today. I think it's going to get hairy. I'll see you later. Bye now. Talk about a performance. Yeah, it's going to be wild. I'll see you. Bye now.